Good afternoon. Have you noticed that people look at you differently based on what your skin color is? Although many people say racism is over, it is truly not. A prime example of this is Black Lives Matter movement. It was created after Trayvon Martin murder committed by George Zimmerman. A quote from the Black Lives Matter page is a call to action. Black Lives Matter is a call to action in a response to the anti-black racism that permeates our society. Black Lives Matter is a unique movement that goes beyond judicial killings of black people by police. African Americans are being wrongly accused of doing things and killed for their actions or even by their skin color. When African Americans get pulled over, the police officer asks them for a license and registration, and they reach in their pocket to try to get their wallet. They usually get shot and killed because the police officer thinks that they are reaching for a weapon. Racial profiling also comes with this, and racial profiling is accusing someone of a crime based on their ethnic background rather than their actions. Another way to look at this is Trump supporting white race over any other race. Trump made a deal for blacks, but it wasn't a deal that benefit black folks in the U.S. Trump also wants immigrants out of the U.S. And this is a quote from one of the Trump pages. Trump signed an executive order that banned immigrants from several Muslim-majority countries for 90 days. This is a prime example of how Trump does not like immigrants and he wants to deport all of them. The ban was rejected by the courts, but the White House plans to bring it back and modify to form it soon. Although this may not be the last situation there are more, like there was a white nationalist march. The march caused a lot of issues. They burned down churches and fought blacks. In this white nationalist march, there were a lot of fights going on, weapons being used like torch shows, and it was fired against black folks. Racism is not dead and it will never be gone. Some die over racist things. White people are mostly racist to any other race other than theirs. Even in job interviews and careers, they look more to having white folks instead of blacks because white folks are superior to other blacks. Racism will never be dead, and it will always be in the U.S. This is a picture of the Black Lives Matter movement, and at this bottom picture it is about mothers that come out and walk and say that they hope their son is not next of the killing because of Trayvon Martin's death, that was killed by just going to a corner store to get some snacks. Another photo that I have is about Trump, and it's at the top it is all other white folks supporting Trump, saying "Make America Great Again." And the bottom photo shows Trump immigration plan. He wanted to deport 11 million illegal immigrants. He also wanted to build border walls against Mexico so they won't get into the U.S. This is a prime example how racism is not over, even with our president and even with our society as blacks. Thank you.